その道は全て一つの座標で交わる。
Hello guys, what is up? This is your cheat sheet for Shingeki no Kyojin, everything you need to know about Season 3 Attack on Titan. And before anything else, spoiler alert is in order. Let's go! Season 3 starts off with the death of Father Nick of the Church of Walls in the Trost District Barracks, killed off by the 1st Interior Squad for cooperating with the Scouts. The 1st Interior Squad is part of the military police but operates independently from it. They are usually called upon to keep a lid on the secrets about the royal family and the walls and disposes of people who are putting in jeopardy the exposure of such secrets. The government then ordered the scout regiment that there will be no scouting activities outside the wall and that they should hand over Eren and Historia. Well, they were never really gonna do that, so the government called upon the anti-personnel control squad led by Kenny Ackerman to obtain them in all means necessary, and that includes killing scouts that get in the way. The Anti-Personnel Control Squad is a subdivision of the military police specifically created to fight the Scout Regiment, armed with special firearms and maneuvering equipment designed to seriously injure or kill scouts. Kenny, according to Levi, is famously known as Kenny the Ripper, who killed a lot of military police in the past, so he should not be taken lightly. As a matter of fact, they know each other. Kenny took Levi under his wing when he was a kid, trained him and honed his fighting and survival skills. But we all know he was actually his uncle when that information was revealed to Levi on his deathbed. Kenny and his posse successfully kidnapped Historia and Eren, but not without Levi displaying his awesome skills. Meanwhile, Erwin was taken to jail and was falsely accused for conspiracy to murder and for violation of Clause 6 of the Humanity Charter that states, "A violation is committed when a person prioritizes one's own gain over the safety and longevity of humanity." He committed this when he monopolized the power of Eren and when he refused to hand him over to the government. Erwin though has a more devious plan at hand, and that is to overthrow the false king and have Historia enthroned as the queen, the one possessing the true royal blood. He, together with the other military commanders, successfully overthrew the false king and the gaggle of advisors whose interest is not for the survival of humanity, but the survival of their lavish and extravagant lifestyle within the safe confines of the inner wall. Now that that is done, they are now in search of Eren and Historia, and since the Reisses are the true royal family, they have a strong indication that they are in the chapel of the Reisses estate, and in custody of Rod Reiss, the only surviving member of the royal family, well, except of course of Historia, who is Rod Reiss's illegitimate daughter. They are now in the cavernous crystal chamber beneath the chapel, which was created by the first king using the powers of the founding titan. Rod wants to transform Historia into a titan and consume Eren, who is shackled above, so that the power of the titans within Eren be transferred back to the royal bloodline. The founding titan is one of the 9 titans which for the last 100 years has been confined to the royal bloodline for generations and generations, and only if the possessor belongs to the royal bloodline that can access the memories and its powers. Rod Reiss had 5 children. His eldest daughter, Frida, possessed the power and knowledge of the founding titan, and 5 years ago, during the quote-unquote transferring ceremony, all of the Reiss's children and his wife were killed by Grisha Jaeger, Eren's father, and stole the founding titan by consuming Frida and later on transferred it to Eren. Rod Reiss wants the founding titan so that Historia can use its powers to liberate humanity from the titans. But if it has been in the family for generations, why was it never used in the first place? Rod says that they are prevented from doing so because of the will of the first king, wherein he believed that the only way to achieve true peace is for humanity to be controlled by the titans. The reason is still vague, and only those who have seen the memories of the world know exactly why. And the people in general don't have any memory whatsoever because the first king used the mind-altering power of the founding titan, with the exception of course of a few people who are immune to it like the Ackermans. But their descendants though, and like the rest of humanity, retain no history or memory of the world before the walls. Historia refuses to obey dear old daddy's plan. She thinks that maybe it's time that the founding titan be possessed outside the bloodline for it to be used in a way to free the humans from the titans. 100 years of Reiss's bloodline never resulted to anything. I mean, yeah. And also she wanted to live a proud life. So Historia released Eren while the scouts arrived and engaged the anti-personnel control squad, and then Reiss licked the spilled Titan spinal fluid, turned into a ginormous Titan, destroying the cavern. Eren drank the contents of the armor bottle, transformed, and subconsciously protected everybody by using his hardening powers on the collapsing cave. Now outside, Rod is one aberrant Titan who is crawling like a big baby in the direction of the Orva district where there is a high concentration of people. With the cooperation of everybody, they were able to kill the Titan, with Historia slicing the final blow in front of many people, a brilliant scheme they planned in order for the people to give reason to accept her as the future queen. That kind of worked since she was later on well loved as a queen. Fast forward, they set out for Shiganshina to explore the basement of Dr. Jaeger and also to retake the Rose Wall by plugging the hole with the hardening powers of Eren, which they did without a hitch. The armored Titan appeared, and by using their new secret weapon, the Thunder Spears, a weapon developed specifically to combat the defense of the armored Titan, he was fatally injured. The Beast Titan, on the other hand, appeared on the other side of the wall, and when he screamed, appeared the Titans enclosing the area, who were on standby mode and which is clearly under the control of the Beast Titan, making sure escape is futile for the scouts. Beside him is an oddly shaped Titan on all fours carrying a cart, which later on will come to know as the Cart Titan, one of the 9. The Colossus Titan appeared as well, but he was defeated by Erwin through the life and sacrifice of Armin. On the other side of the wall, Erwin led a suicide squad to distract the Beast Titan, which left him half dead, and while Levi sneaked behind enemy line to slice and dice the Beast Titan. He narrowly escaped though with the help of the Cart Titan, and Rainer also. They are now in a quandary as to who between the two dying men, Armin or Erwin, should a Titan serum be given to and become the inheritor of the Colossus Titan. But in the end, Levi decided that Armin should take it. He wanted Levi to finally rest in peace, in short. Now they stepped into the basement of Dr. Jaeger and found his journals about the world outside the walls, and that humanity has not perished, and that he came from that world where a special race called the Eldians are ill-treated and called names like vermin or devil blood by ordinary humans, the citizens of Marley. And they lived in an enclosed internment zone in Liberio, which Eren's father also came. He narrated the history of the Eldians, but we'll tackle that in a separate video. Okay? Cool. Awesome. In the journals, Grisha said that the Eldians living in the internment zone requires to present an authority to go out of the walls, and if you are caught outside without it, it's either forced labor or flogging. So what happened was, when he was a kid, he brought her sister outside. Grisha got a heck of a beating while her sister was taken away and later on was found out to be dead, fed to the dogs by the police. This pushed Grisha to join the Restorationists, a radical underground movement of Eldians whose goal was to infiltrate the island of Paradise and obtain the founding Titan, use its powers, and release the millions of Titans inside the walls to crush Marley. They also believe that Marley is twisting the truth regarding their history and brainwash the Eldians to believe that they are evil because of the sins of their ancestor, Ymir. On the other hand, Marley also wants to infiltrate Paradise and get the founding Titan for their own, hence Rainer, Bertolt, Annie, and the Beast Titan. Marley's dominance in the world has been in decline. There has been a struggle in resources as military technology advances. Marley can no longer rely on the 6 Titans in their control and remain the dominant nation. Well, now just 4 because they lost the Colossal and Female Titan to the Scouts. There is a cache of fossil fuels beneath Paradise Islands that they can't wait to get to. They needed to get the founding Titan so they can control the millions of Titans inside the wall and at the same time exploit the resources beneath Paradise to maintain its #1 status in the world stage. As time passed by, Grisha married Dina Fritz, a lady with royal blood, and they had a son named Zeke, who ratted them out as restorationists to the Marley police. They got arrested, and as punishment they were brought to the Paradise Island to be transformed into Titans. Marley believes that that is their true form. All it takes is some Titan spinal fluid and they turn into gigantic monsters. Dina was transformed into a Titan, which we now realize is the one who ate Eren's mom. However, Grisha was saved by Eren Kruger, the Eldian mole in the Marley government for the Restorationists, and also the current holder of the Attack Titan. He told him that this is his last year to be alive because of the curse of Ymir. That is, you only have 13 years to live from the moment you inherit one of the 9 Titans. It is said to be the same amount of time their ancestor Ymir lived when she inherited the powers of the Titans. If one possessing the power of the 9 dies without passing it on, the power is inherited by a baby yet to be born who is a subject of Ymir. It's as if all subjects of Ymir are connected by something we cannot see. Every single subject is connected to that coordinate. This feeling that everything is connected was felt by Eren when he touched the Titan version of Dina Fritz. He realizes that it could be possible for him to use the Founding Titan's powers if he touches a Titan with royal blood. So Eren Kruger decided to let Grisha to be the next successor of the Attack Titan with the instruction to infiltrate Paradise and obtain the Founding Titan so the plan of the Restorationists would come into fruition. And as years passed by after the discovery of the journals, the season ended with the eradication of the Titans inside the wall and the scouts reaching the edge of the island and saw and experienced for the first time wading in the seashore. That is it, guys, for season 3. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys next time.